Hey y'all, it's Biblical DNA, and today we're going to be reevaluating Ramses III and unknown man E using NevGen Haplogroup Predictor results. Alright, in the article to the left, we have Revisiting the Harem, Conspiracy and Death of Ramses III, Anthropological, Forensic, Radiological, and Genetic Study. Now, in case you're new to this information, this is the study that examined Ramses III to get his DNA for the haplogroup. This is the article that's used with 23andMe to say Ramses III haplogroup was E1B1A or EM2 or EV38. All right. So under the methods, we see how they were able to identify his DNA. They took 16 Y-chromosomal short tandem repeats, which is also known as STR. All right, 8 polymorphic microsatellites of the nuclear genome were also amplified. Identifier: the Y-chromosomal haplogroups of Ramses III and unknown man E was screened using the Athey's haplogroup predictor. Alright, so we have it also over here. Genetic kingship analysts revealed identical haplotypes in both mummies. Using the Athey's haplogroup predictor, we determined that Y-chromosomal haplogroup E1B1A. So they use Athey's haplogroup predictor. So that's exactly what we're going to do today. And this is Athey's haplogroup predictor right here. All right, I'm going to click on I'll do the family tree order. And in case you thinking, oh, didn't you do this video already? And I did, but unfortunately, I failed to actually, use this scientific method in the trial and error of repeated times. So doing, at least 3 or more times to get a solid, prediction or answer to the haplogroup. So as I stated, we're going to use the Athey's haplogroup predictor. In this area selection, most people either use Mediterranean or equal priors, since Egypt is in the around the Mediterranean. But equal priors is just good. And you see the results table over here is what you want is the probability percentage. So let's go ahead and get started. And to make sure I'm doing this correct, I'm going to be just typing in the DYS right here in the Y chromosomal data. So for 448 we have 20. 438 we have 10. 437 we have 14. H4 we have 13. 392 we have 17. 391 we have 8. 393 we have 8. 385 we have 20. 20. So that's 385 A and B. 19 we have 19. 389. So when you're putting in this information for yourself, you want to make sure you put in the 2 with the 2 and the 1 with the 1. So you have 3, 8, 9, 2. So I'll put this one in first, and it's 33. And since I'm already having this one highlighted, I see it's 13. 390, it's 21. And 4, 5, 6, and it's 13. Alright, so as you can see, the Haplogroup predictor for wit athletes shows that he has the probability of 99.1% for E1B1A with a fitness score of 1. Alright, so with that being said, we're going to go to NevGen. Before we get started in NevGen, I want to show you the difference between NevGen and wit athletes Haplogroup predictor. So, inspiration for NevGen Y-DNA predictor in that time came from excellent and legendary Athey's Haplogroup predictor, well known in genetic genealogical community, and probably the most famous one. Calculation of fitness and first version of NevGen was done in the same way Athey described underlying mathematics of his predictor. Like Athey's work, NevGen also uses Bayesian allele frequency approach in predicting to which haplogroup a Y-STR haplogroup type belongs to. One of differences between NevGen's and Athey's predictors working according to how Athey described it, I never saw his code, is usage of correlation, interdependence of values of different STRs during calculation of probabilities of subclades. Athey did mention the possibility to use correlations of STR values to improve results, but I believe he never implemented it. So he says that in NevGen it is implemented. NevGen uses correlations between value of pairs of STRs. In future it might be extended to triples or more of STRs, but for now are only correlations of pairs used. NevGen uses both negative and positive correlations, but negative have priority over positive ones because they are less prone and more resilient than positives of deviations resulting from unbalanced haplotype sets representing subclades, which is mostly the case with available data. Alright. So you can read this if you like. And this is the about NevGen. So if you scroll to the bottom, which I'll show, this is where you find this information. I also want to point out this right here. It's this one right here. In fact, experienced genetic genealogists do not even need predictor for that. So determining a haplogroup, some people just automatically know by the markers that they have which haplogroup it belongs to. But in some cases, use of correlations can greatly improve chances for predictor to make good prediction. From my experience, in some cases on 17 markers, it can be hard to distinguish some I1 from some G2A haplotypes, or some C2 from some I2A1b IELTS haplotypes. In such cases, correlations may help. Alright, so I find this interesting because, having few markers, the chances of having 100% probability is very hard because you're limited in markers you have. Alright, and this is where you can find that information about NevGen predictor and brief description how it works in English. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started with entering Ramesses III STR markers, Y-STR markers. And alright, so this is how I have it set up. Order of 17 markers, automatic selection first. I'm going to switch it down to shorter haplotypes and longer haplotypes. And I'm also going to give each subclades of R, I, J, E, N, G an opportunity to have an outcome, a percentage or a probability. Alright, so as I did before, I'm gonna select I'm gonna highlight the numbers as we see it on the Y chromosomal data on the left. Alright, so the first one we have 4, 5, 6, 13. Next one we have 3, 8, 9, 13. 390, 21. 3, 8, 9, 2, so 33. 4, 5, 8 is going to be blank. 19, 19. 3, 8, 5 alpha, which is 20. 3, 8, 5 bravo, 20. 3, 9, 3, which is 8. 3, 9, 1, which is 8. 4, 3, 9, 0. 4, 6, 6, 3, 5, 0. 3, 9, 2, 17. 5, 4, 13. 4, 3, 7, 14. 4, 3, 8, 10. 4, 4, 8, 20. Alright, so those numbers once again, we have 13, 13, 21, 33, blank, 19, 20, 20, 8, 8, blank, blank, 392, 17, H4, 13, 437, 14, 438, 10, 448, 20. Alright, go ahead and run that, calculate it. Alright, so unsupported subclade. And the first one we have is E1B1A, V38. And we have a probability of 0, fitness 0.95. Alright, so let's go ahead and change this up again. Let's do short haplotypes. Alright, so we have the same results. Now let's do longer. Interesting. So it changed. We have Q. Alright, so do this in order. So I'm going to start with E, since he's predicted as E1B1A. And make sure the numbers don't change. That could be a situation, so we still see it's the same. The last time I did in the video, somehow the numbers fell out or something, or didn't go in there the first time I put it in. So that's the reason why I'm repeating this and making sure it passes the trial and error, like it's 100%. So for the subclades of V, we have E1B1B, subclade V22. Probability is 0, fitness 1.67. And this is the haplogroup that I got last time. But unfortunately, I was missing one of the DYS. I think it was DYS 390 or something. But this time, we made sure that it's in there still. It did not fall out. So I'm going to, since we have this probability, I'm going to run to see if it belongs to V22. Alright, so we see it's still 0 probability, so that's not the Haplogroup. Let's try the E1B1A as predicted by Athey's Haplogroup Predictor. Alright, so we still got E1B1B, V22. So we see it's it doesn't belong to E1B1A or E1B1B. Alright. Alright, so the next one is G. I'm going alphabetical order, so gotta get them ABCs in. Alright, so it's probability is 0. I. Alright. Probability 0, but interesting, Sardinian, that's getting close. Alright. And just choose one to see if it matches. Let's see. Just choose a random one and it's still doing the same thing. So that's gonna be a no. Go to J. Alright. So we see probability 0, but interestingly, the Semitic marker J1 page 58 comes up. Alright, let's click that one to see if anything happens. So still probability of 0. Alright, do N. Zero. R1a. Zero. Subclades of R1b. Alright, so it looks like we got a hit for R1b. Alright, see the subclade of Z253. Alright, so what we're going to do, we're going to go find that Z253 as a SMP. Alright, so Z253, go and calculate it. Alright, so we got 100% probability. Alright, so the Haplogroup for Ramses III, an unknown man E, is R1b or FGC41891, and it's in the SMP Z253 with 100% probability. So let's double check his markers to make sure they didn't fall out. So we have the 456 13, 389 13, 390 21, 3892 as 33, 458 0 19 19, 385 A or Aleph as 20, 385 Bravo as 20, 393 as 8, 391 as 8, 439 as 0, 635 0, 392 17, H4 13, 437 14, 438 10, 448 20. All right. All right. So it looks like we're getting our results in. All right. So we still have probability of 100. So do that one more time. This will be our third time. All right. So we got the same exact score for probability 100 for R1b FGC 41891 in the S&P Z253. All right, so, and one thing it does say, it says warning, the values of fitness are too small. There is probably an error in the order of the STRs. So meaning like the STRs, the markers, there's not that many markers. I believe there's only 16 markers labeled right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 17. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So I wonder if they're counting this as 1. Alright, so let's scroll up. We did a genetic kingship analysis to investigate a possible family relationship between Ramesses III and unknown man E. We amplified 16 Y-chromosomal short tandem repeats. So interesting. So they do calculate it as 1. All right. Well, so we have Ramses III and unknown man E as predicted as Haplogroup R1b FGC 41891, and that S&P was Z253. So until they come up with updated evidence of longer markers or authentic markers, this is what I got on NevGen, and I'm trusting NevGen over with Athey's based off of the information it's stated right here, because he's saying that Athey's predictor didn't implement, the STRs, the values of different STRs during calculation of probabilities of subclades. So I'm going with NevGen because their information is updated. Their data, they have S&Ps which are updated. So that's just me. I'm going with that. Another article that I have up, I think it's important. Let me get it to flip the other way. I already flipped it earlier. Rotate. Alright, so I gotta do counterclockwise. Alright, it's the maternal and paternal lineages in King Tutankhamun's family. Alright, these are the authors. So the abstract: in this study, analysis of the mitochondrial and Y-chromosomal haplogroups was used to provide information about the phylogenetic groups of Tutankhamun's family members and their presence among the reported contemporary Egyptian population data. The mitochondrial and the Y-chromosomal DNA analysis of Tutankhamun's family confirms our previous data of the royal family pedigree with multiple controls authenticating all results. The proposed sibling relationship between Tutankhamun's parents, KV55 Akhenaten, and KV35 Yankee Lima is further supported. The royal lineage is composed of the Y chromosome haplogroup R1b and the mitochondrial haplogroup K. Population genetics point to a common origin at ca 14,000 to 28,000 years before present, locating to the Near East. So interesting. Alright, so if we scroll down, we can get to his to their Y-STR markers. Alright, it's going to rotate clockwise. Alright, and I want to emphasize something on this. You see it says predicted haplotype. It doesn't say confirmed haplotype. So when you have companies, marketing companies for DNA like 23andMe that are marketing that, you know, people that carry EV38 or EM2 or E1B1A are distant relatives of Ramses III, that's incorrect. I mean, that's like saying I'm a relative of the Wright brothers, Larry Page, President John, or I think it's President Johnson. 1 second. Lyndon Johnson. So supposedly he's EV13. He belonged to EV13. So it's really you can't say stuff like that because it's not true. There's no support evidence of saying that we're relatives of them. Do we belong to a common ancestor? Possibly, but that's ridiculous. I mean, especially when it's predicted. It's not confirmed. Neither is the Wright brothers or Lyndon Johnson, or Larry Page. So it's ridiculous to come up with confirmations when there's no confirmation. It's predicted. They use WIT athletes as NevGen shows that he's R1b. So, but let's go ahead and enter Tutankhamun, since that's what this paper's about. You have Imhotep the third up here also, but I'm more focused on Tutankhamun. All right. So, like I did earlier, I'm gonna 4, 5, 6. See, it is in order. So this one is much easier. What I like to do also, just so I know I'm just staying on track, is highlight the STR markers of the one I'm going to be focusing on. So the first one is 15, 389 is 13, 390 is 24, 389 is blank, so go ahead and tick that one off. 458 is 16, DYS 19, or my bad, it's blank. 385 is going to be 11. See, that's why I'm going to make sure to do this over again. Now I'm just going to refresh the page next time, just so I'm making sure I'm getting a solid DNA, or I'm putting in this information correctly. So 385 Bravo, it's going to be blank, so it's going to be 0. 393 is going to be a 13. 391, 11. 439, it's going to be blank. 635, it's going to be 23. 392, it's going to be blank. H4 is going to be 11. 437, it's going to be 14. 438, it's going to be blank. And 448 is going to be blank. Alright, so go up here. I'm going to set it as automatic again. Sure those numbers didn't fall out. They look good to me. Alright, so the haplogroup we're getting is R1b M269 with a probability of 71.9%. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to select that SMP. So we got R1b and it's at 269. Oh wow, okay. So it's R1b U152, L2 Z49, Y107974. So Z49. So it's interesting that it didn't come up as, let's see, let's go, we can go backwards if we can get 100% probability, because that's what we want, it's 100% probability. So let's start with the shorter haplotypes. Alright, so it looks like that's the highest we're gonna get. It's the 71.9. I mean, that's good though. I mean, it's a C, so that it'll be passing. It's above 70, so it's passing in my book. So, but as we see, it's R1b. Let's go to with Athey. So I'm going to refresh this page. Alright, put equal on priors. 4, 5, 6. We have 15. 3, 8, 9. We have 13. 390. We have 24. 389. We have, I think it's, wait a minute. So this one, so this is for the first one. So for the second one, it's blank. Okay, it's blank. Right, it's blank. 4, 5, 8. 16. 19's blank. So 385 Aleph or Alpha. It's gonna be 11. And then the Bravo is blank. 393. It's 13. 391 is 11. 635 is 23. And I'm not too sure about this C4. What does that Charlie 4 mean? I have no idea. If you know, please leave a comment. I have no idea. H4 is going to be 11. 437 is going to be 14. Alright, so, ooh, interesting. So, on Athey's Haplogroup Predictor, it predicts them as R1a. Wow, outstanding. So, they're saying Tutankhamun belongs to R1b, but Athey's predicts R1a. Interesting. Wow. Who would have guessed it? So, it looks like it's not only Ramses III and Unknown Man E that needs to be recalculated or, re-examined. Maybe some more STR markers might do the trick. I don't know. But I wonder if we add these ones in that's missing, if we get R1b. But right now, with these markers only, it's R1a. So it's interesting. Let's go back to NevGen and see if it's the same. So let's make sure our markers didn't fall off. So looks like we got all our markers in there. It's still the same. Let's go to R1a. Let's see if it does anything. Oh wow, look at this, y'all. So it does come up as a probability. I wonder if it's, they need more STR markers to get 100%, on probability, or, more certainty. Maybe it's the system like NevGen stated, down here. In fact, experienced genetic genealogists do not even need a predictor for that when determining distinguishing between the markers for these haplogroups R1b, EV13, and J2B2. But in some cases, use of correlations can greatly improve chances for predictor to make good prediction. From my experience, in some cases, on 17 markers, it can be hard to distinguish some I1 from some G2A haplotypes, or some C2 from some I2A1b IOS haplotypes. So I'm wondering if it's the same thing for other haplotypes also. Let's see. Let's try to put a G up there. Make sure we have the same markers. We do. Wow, look at that. 77.5% probability. Wow, so could it be possibly that Tutankhamun wasn't R1b? Maybe he was a different, he had a different daddy or something. I don't know, Like, it's interesting. All right, let's see J. 80.9%. Wow. And what marker is coming up? P56. Let's run that. P56. Or do they even have that marker? P56. It doesn't look like they have that marker, unfortunately. That's too bad. PF7264. Oh, they got it. Okay. Calculate. Probability 100%. 99.97. So Tutankhamun had a different haplogroup, or is it that their markers are missing, and we don't have a really good argument? Could it be the same way with Ramesses III missing markers? Do we need more markers to determine a haplogroup? This is science at work right here, y'all. All right, so it's interesting. All right, well, I'm gonna leave it at that. As far as using the haplogroups, but just know the R1b is found in Africa. There's a concept that it's a European haplogroup. It's not found in Africa. It is found in Africa. It's found in Central Africa amongst the Chad. I've also seen that it's found in Cameroon. Let me move this for y'all so y'all can see it. It's found in Cameroon, which I'm guessing this is Chadic, it is the language groups. So the Flubi, 53.8%. South African whites, 51.6%. Saharan, Kanimbu, 50%. Hosa, 40.6%. So we see that, there's R1b in Africa. Definitely R1b in Africa. In Sudan, look, 15.7. So definitely is in Africa. Nubians, 10.3%. Interesting. All right, I have the other one up also of North Africa. Let's see if R1b is in North Africa. Spaniards, 50.6. Sub-Saharans, 35.7. Amazigh, 28%. Amazigh in Algeria, 15.7. Arabs, Egypt, 13.8%. Arabs, Algeria, 11.8%. Amazigh, Algeria, Mazab, 10%. Arabs, Egypt, North, 9.9. So, as we can see, R1b is definitely in North Africa and Sub-Saharan Africa. So, Saharan. Alright. So, I guess we'll leave it at that. So, we'll just put Ramses III markers in for one last time. We're going to refresh this page for y'all. Alright, start from blank. Go ahead and highlight Ramses III markers. Alright, so we have 456 is 13. 389 is 13. 390 is 21. 389 2 is 33. 458 is blank. 19 for 19. 20. 20. 393 is 8. 8. Blank. Blank. 392 17. H4 13. 437 14. 438 10. 448 20. Alright, make sure it's on automatic. So 0% E1B1A, 0%. Alright. Let's do that R1b, subclase of R1b, and we had the S&P of Z253. Calculate that. Alright, so it looks like this is his haplogroup. So Ramses III and unknown man E belongs to R1b. S&P Z253 of FGC 41891. Alright, let me see if we can get a smaller, if it changes if I just put 269. So it did change, but not we still don't have 100%. So we still have that Z253. So it's definitely down to that haplogroup. Alright, shorter. And you notice how we still get this warning sign. So it's not just because I selected subclades of R1b. So that's not why it's saying a warning sign. Obviously, it's saying a warning sign because of the markers are unheard of when it comes to Y-STR markers. So that's my only guess why it's getting that. But if WIT Athey's is clearly not updated, or if they didn't have that information like NevGen does, it's not gonna be able to predict R1b. It's only going to be based off of a certain haplogroup or a certain marker that might be found in sub-Saharans or whatever information that they have. I believe it's the DYS 390 of 21 is usually found among sub-Saharans. But we know that R1b is also in sub-Saharan. So, and this is the probability we have. R1b, Z253, 100%, FGC 41891. Alright, if you like this content that you saw today and you watched this video all the way through and you like it, please like, share, and subscribe. And feel free to add this video to your channel. I've tried to contact Wikipedia to let them know to update their information for Ramses III, that they used WIT Athey's haplogroup predictor, and NevGen completely says something else. So they didn't like that, like what I had to show them. They refuse to put Y-Athey's Haplogroup Predictor because they realize it's just a prediction and not confirmed. And like I told them, and I showed today, if you don't have certain markers, if you don't have good enough markers, Y-STR markers, you're not going to get a solid prediction. And it could cause errors, as we see with Tutankhamun having a different haplogroup than Akhenaten. So they had different haplogroups. So we saw that it came up to be J1b, page 53 or something. So, yep, that's all I got for y'all today. Thank you for watching.